National Police insists that no other syndicate targeting women at malls across the country has been uncovered. According to police, so far the only syndicate is that of the two men fingered in murder of a 30-year-old Olorato Mongale. Now, one of the men, Philangenkosi Makhanya, was fatally shot by KwaZulu-Natal police, while the other suspect, Bongani Mthimkhulu, remains on the run. Police say they are hot on the heels of the surviving suspect. One expert says that most vulnerable in society remain the targets of criminals. Here's SABC News reporter Neria Tlakotsa.
The case of Olorato Mongale has brought to the fore discussions around the safety of women and, of course, the issue of kidnapping and whether there is, of course, a cause for concern. You must remember that in this case, the men who were part of this are said to have been part of a syndicate where they were targeting young women at malls, unsuspecting young women for that matter. But I just want to right now bring someone who is very knowledgeable when it comes to crimes across the country, and also maybe who can give us a highlight in terms of kidnapping in the country and whether, after what we've seen, Mike, recently with Olorato Mongale, is there cause for concern? Do you think this was just an isolated incident, or during your investigations as the special investigators, are you seeing there's a trend here?
Well, first of all, the most crimes are committed against the elderly, the women, and the children. And this should be the biggest concern to our country. The authorities and us have been saying it for years, but we're not there. We're not protecting them, we're not serving them, and we're not looking after them. This specific case is not something that usually happens, but now that it has happened, crime begets crime. Because it's very easy, and there are many lonely people out there that wants to go out on a date, that will go out on a date without doing a thorough identification, evaluation, and a risk analysis investigation. And unfortunately, in our country, you can never buy or sell or get involved in anything anymore. Nothing without doing a thorough investigation first. And that's where safety is a problem for these ladies, the elderly and the children. Getting involved with the wrong people and being neglected and then maybe raped or even murdered. I don't see this as a syndicate, and I hope this is not going to become the trend. But unfortunately, we have seen that kidnappings is a lucrative crime and it pays. And the criminals in South Africa commit these crimes because they can get away with it. And crime pays.
And maybe now that we're speaking about the issue of kidnapping in general, we are looking at the crime stats, for argument's sake, which were released just recently by the police minister. They were showing that at least 4,000 plus cases of kidnapping were opened just in the past 3 months. Is that a concern of some sort?
First of all, there's much more than 4,000. Many kidnappings aren't reported. Many. Secondly, there are many levels of kidnapping. Many levels. When you don't bring the child home after a divorce and there's a settlement and the child should be home at a specific time, a case of kidnapping can be opened against you. If a druggie keeps a young man because he hasn't paid for the drugs, it is kidnapping. If old people leave the mall and they were grabbed with all their groceries and their car, and drove to the ATM and their money's stolen and all their groceries and maybe even their car and then left behind, it is also kidnapping. So there are many levels of kidnapping. The very high profile kidnappings, many of them aren't reported because these are extreme syndicates that would say, and they do an investigation 6 months, sometimes a year before they take a rich businessman. They have everything in place. They've got policemen in their pockets, security, maybe even workers, even family members. They got absolutely everything sorted. They know exactly what you have in the bank. They know everything. All they need is you to transfer and give, whether you have stock like gold or jewelry and money or whatever they would want of you. They give you a time span, but they say it very clearly. If you report it, we'll kill your husband or your wife. They have everything of the family and all the family members. They are very clever. They make that call and they give them 3 months to get it all together and ready, and then they get the loot. It's never reported. The reason why the recent kidnappers are caught is because they negotiate constantly and then they are picked up on the cell phone lines.